Hey guys, DIGi Gamer here, and I am super excited that I got my Phoenixmon to look like a beast. Like, I've been working all day to get this ready for you guys, and I'm so happy with my record right now with PvP with my Phoenixmon. I'm getting, I'm like a 94, 96% win rate. It's just freaking crazy. So if you see right here, I have 9,000 over 9,000 HP. I could get it up to 10,497. There's an additional 1,000 HP I could get if I was able to get the plugins that I wanted. So if you see right here, he has 2791 tech. That tech is going to be very, very good because I'm trying to get as much damage out there when I do my first AoE that we hit those 3 people with those burns. And then we will also be decreasing the resistance by 20% for tech, so my Minervamon could do some damage. So that burn, though, is the most important thing. If I hit 1 or 2 of them, it's an amazing thing because I'm burning. My ticks hit for about 1,000 right now. So I know there's a few people out there that say, oh, his tech is so low, he's not going to do any damage. That burn, yeah, it's good for the burn, but if the burn hits, it's going to be so minuscule. Well, clearly, that's not correct because I'll show you right here that these burns are hitting for like 1,000 a pop. So 800 to 1,000, I'd say those burns are hitting. So that's really, really significant if you hit 2 people because every time they can hit with 1,000 damage. That's just crazy. And then I have my second part of the most important part of the strategy using the Phoenixmon is the heal to Brave in tech types. 2 of the strongest damage outputting Digimon types in the game. Right now, Death is amazing for speed, but besides Creepymon, you don't really have that much fighter power. Besides, you have a Piedmon, but that's more of that's a finisher. Like, that's gonna be your assassin. You want that to come in and finish after some people put some work on those Digimon. So if you don't have Creepymon, Death is not the best type. So you have these Digimon like Minervamon, who's just gonna hit so hard. So when I'm buffing her with my main AoE attack, I'm going to be allowing her to get an additional 20% damage onto the team. She's imperative for this team because the 20% decreases the opponent's defense. So totally a really strong Digimon I need to have. The only problem with her is her HP, man. I'm trying to trying to stack block and defense on her as much as I can, but that HP is so low. So even with my heals, even with my high Angemon, she's still a risk factor. So I'm thinking about swapping her for Mega Gargomon, to be honest. I might be doing that in the near future when I get some better chips and stuff. But we have our high Angemon. You guys have seen him before. You guys know why he's on the team. You see my Creepymon, you know why he's on the team. But if you see his power is actually the same power as my War Greymon. My War Greymon has like 700 or 800 additional power to him. So I'm trying to make him my big boy, my tank. I want him to be my nuke of this team. So of course, Creepymon is going to be a nuker. Like, he hits so hard. But since he is so imperative to go first, you're kind of relying on him to be a initial damage outburst. So you need to have him go first. That's the way I'm going to do this rotation on this team, is have my Creepymon go first. I'm going to follow it up with a Phoenixmon AoE, and then depending on the status of my Minervamon and my War Greymon's HP, if they're almost topped up, I'm going to go with Minervamon's Poison. I'm going to hope she hits 3 people really hard with the, like I said, the increased damage from the minus 20% from my Phoenixmon. That Phoenixmon's going to lower the defense of my team. My Minervamon gets additional bonus, does a lot of damage, hopefully gets 1 or 2 poisons. If not, still, her point is just to do that initial damage. And if she dies, she dies. That's fine. But I have for my next turn is going to be my Phoenixmon's heal. It will heal Minervamon and War Greymon 70%. So next turn, if I get that off, my Minervamon is most likely going to be 80% HP or higher, as is my War Greymon. So it's kind of resetting my team with maybe a 1-turn timetable. You know what I mean? It's like I'm resetting it back to turn 1, actually. So that's how I feel. Every time I get that rotation off, I feel like, okay, I'm starting back at turn 1. I've already taken my damage, and he took so much damage. So usually if they get a silence or a sleep on me, I will die and this team won't work. The only thing I've noticed is this thing is relying on RNG. If I get any of those silences or anything like that, I have an issue. But if I don't have those, I'm just destroying teams. So this team does not rely on speed, so we're going second every time usually. Except for sometimes I go first while I'm going on these rank ups. But usually when I'm fighting the higher tier teams, I'm going second. So you see I got hit. I used my bubble. I'm going to go with my Creepymon first, like I said. Did we get a burn? We did not get a burn. We go with our Phoenixmon. We don't get a burn either. That's really unfortunate. We powered up our Minervamon. So we're kind of looking good on HP right now. So I'm going to use my Wargreymon's secondary skill. His sub-skill is going to boost his power. Assuming I need a heal now. I do need a heal. So I was unfortunate didn't click that fast enough because of the auto. But I was going to stop his thing to heal. It would have gave him more damage too in the long run. But I made a mistake. I'm still going to get the heal off. And it's like we're back to almost round 2 or 3 for me. And he's already dead. Like, it's an amazing comp, dude. So we get the taunt here. Everybody's going to taunt us. We're going to finish off with Creepymon. Whoever hasn't died from Creepymon, we're just going to finish off the next rotation with our Phoenixmon. So, kind of a killer setup here. I really, really am having a lot of fun with this team. And it's really good. If you see right there, that Phoenixmon is doing some damage. It's actually hitting 3 people very, very strong. And you have a high chance of one of them being burned. On this one, it's unfortunate nobody got burned. But it's just really bad RNG. But this team is amazing. So we bubble. We're going with our Creepymon. So we're going to hit our Creepymon here. I already took one out, so because Creepymon's a beast. We're going to go here with our Phoenixmon. It's going to take out the Puppetmon. It's going to bump up our output of damage for our Minervamon. Did our Phoenixmon almost one-shot that Minervamon? Let me know in the comments below because I did not see that. If that just got one-shotted, let me know. That really looked like my Phoenixmon hit him really hard. My Phoenixmon has a 20% crit rate, I think it is, or a 30% crit rate. One of those. No, it's a 20. It's a 20. I would like to get it up more, but he has a 20% crit rate. So I'm not sure if heals could crit in this game. So I gave him crit. But even if I don't get a heal crit, if I don't get crits with my heals, I'm not entirely sure. You guys let me know in the comments below. If I don't get a crit from heals, if that's negated, you still want to go with crit because you want to get as much damage for that burn. So if I get a bigger crit, I can get a bigger burn damage. So right there, we were able to beat that one really, really easily. Really, really easily, man. This next one, same thing. We're just going to beat this right here. Oh. So we get hit hard there. That Minervamon must be stacked with some really good plugins. We're going to negate that freaking burst. This team is probably really, really reliant on that Minervamon. So watch right here, man. We take out the Saikuyamon. That Wisemon is going to die next turn from the Phoenixmon. Phoenixmon is going to buff my Minervamon. We got 2 poison fires. Watch this burn. Watch this burn right here. In a second. Watch this burn and see the damage that this burn does. It's ridiculous. So my Phoenixmon was able.
Did you see that damage? It was 1,000 damage.
2 of them. Did you see that damage? It was 1,000 damage. It was 1,000 per tick from a burn for my Phoenixmon. If I hit all 3 of those guys, that next turn, 3,000 damage is off the table now. So I don't know. I don't know who would ever say. I don't know why they would say Phoenixmon. Any burns or poison, even if it's like 1% of their HP, is well, 1% is really minuscule. If it's 5% of their HP for free. Like, that's something you want. Like, unless there's another Digimon that's hitting with 3 AoEs that also burns, that debuffs, and his secondary skill is a healing one that doesn't heal better than Phoenixmon, I would say Phoenixmon is trash. But, right there, we just hit another 1,000 burn. This team is killing it, dude. This team is killing it, and I really hope you guys change your mind when it comes to, like, DJ's so stupid. oh my god, he said don't summon just because Josh said summon. No, I told you to summon because look! We're finishing it with everybody almost topped off except my Phoenixmon. And the complaints about summoning for Phoenixmon, what were they? The tech is so low, you're not going to do any damage, and you're not going to burn them. Okay? That's number one complaint. Right? So let's see. Let's just show right here. We're actually going to heal. Oh god, we're actually going to heal here first. Oh my god, my point is going to be stupid. I said the heal is amazing. You guys said it's only 70% to tech and power. How is that going to be utilized? Even if you heal 2 Digimon out of the 3, it's still really good skill, as you can see. And it increases my power of my War Greymon, or any power type you have. So now my War Greymon is going to hit harder. He only hit for 2,000 there, this kind of sucks. But let's see Phoenixmon. They hit everybody for what? That Gargamon has like really good defense because he got hit for 900. But still, he hit half of what the powered War Greymon hit. Like, that is still pretty significant. So he is doing damage. The burn is hitting for 1,000 for me. So that is pretty damaged. So check, debunked. What else? He doesn't have anybody to pair up with. My team comp can't use him because I'm all deaf. So was I. But this is showing you that you can still keep your Creepymon if you already had Creepymon. Replace your Piedmon with arguably somebody who might be better as Minervamon. So who else? Noble Pumpkinmon? Well, we're not relying on speed anymore in the meta. We're not really having the same team comps anyway because you're not going to be... You would have to prepare for teams that are more tanky now that are not really reliant on speed because when everybody's going after speed, everybody has the same weaknesses. And those weaknesses can't really be exploited by each other because it's either, hey, I went first or RNG was on my side, or you went first and RNG was on your side. But when you start building teams that have different compositions, like there's so many really good top tier teams right now. I might just make a video like maybe tomorrow about the top 10 or maybe the top 5. It can't be 10. Maybe there are a lot of really good teams out there right now that have the ability to be the number one. Like if you played them against an AI, you could be number 1 easily. Like you'll always win. Like it's just there's so many good teams. There's just so many good teams out there. So the thing is, people don't want to change from from deaf to the new types. It's because it's more comfortable. Like I've already been playing with my Piedmon, so you think Piedmon is going to be the best because you've been like, there's been a lot of clutch games your Piedmons came through for you, but in reality, Minervamon on a specific team is better than Piedmon. So overall, Minervamon has more is going to be seen more in top tier teams now than a Piedmon. So it's going to be easy for you to swap Piedmon. Like if you go look at Piedmon, what are the top teams for Piedmon? It's going to be a Death Burst kind of Piedmon team or a finishing up Piedmon team, right? Like those are the only 2 teams Piedmon can have. So that's going to be Deaf. Maybe Deaf, right? I guess you could just throw him on a wonky team, like, hey, I'm free to play and this is the best team I can come up with, yeah. But if you're going to be looking for, like, synergy and who's compatible, who, your best efficient team to utilize everybody's abilities, he's probably not going to be just top, like I said, top tier is going to be those 2 kind of death types. Minervamon can be found on a Mega Gargamon burst team, the Wisemon buff team. He could be on a burst team as well. He's going to be somebody who could also be on a def speed team because why not? If he's not going to be the primary damage dealer, she's brought for support just for that minus 20%. Sometimes people will bring her on the team just hoping for 1 attack from her before she dies, but really you just want that minus 20%. big AO, like big single target teams will do that. So she has so many different possibilities. So your team's gonna change anyways. So when you say, hey, she doesn't fit on my team right now, well, the composition of the PvP status is changing now. And it has been changing from speed until it to tanky, bigger buildy teams. It's just been happening. You just want to have more of a front line and maybe a damage dealer in the back kind of scenario. So damage, we're doing the damage. We are able to utilize that heal. Team comp is going to change anyways, and the number, like the last complaint I will talk about is people would say, well, it can't heal itself, so that's stupid. Well, if it could heal itself, this would be like the best Digimon in the game right now. Like it'd be broken actually because he's really tanky. He's really, really tanky. He, like you saw, he has over 9,000 HP with a 1,300 defense. Pretty low defense, but I'm able to pump it up with that block too. So a 30% block, that huge HP. He's just a beast. If he could heal himself, that I think would be really broken because he does a lot of damage as well. Like if he burns 3 people, he's hitting people with so much damage, and his attack is also hitting for a decent amount of damage as well. So definitely really like what I've seen so far. So I hope you guys are into it as much as I am. Hopefully you guys have pulled already, and if you haven't pulled, and if you decide to pull, make sure you guys pray to the Digi gods, to the Bandai gods, the RNG gods, and then you guys get that DG luck, because I've been really lucky in this game so far. I'm not gonna lie, except for Creepymon, I've been super lucky on like the last 2 banners. I got a Shine Greymon on 40 stones, and then on this one I got him on 400 stones. Like, dude, I've been on fire with these summon videos, dude. So if you haven't already subbed, make sure you guys drop the sub and like. We'll always try to keep it as real as possible on the channel. And if I ever make a mistake, I will gladly say, hey, I'm just human, guys, and I'm just playing the game. And I pass on the information that I know. Sometimes I'm right, sometimes I'm wrong. But on this one, I think I'm right. It's a really good Digimon. So definitely worth at least 1 week's worth of PvP, because that's exactly what I did. And I got him. So remember that. Have a great night, and I'll see you for the next video.